Let's make lemonade. Let's go to work.
That's the signal! Go, 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 go! It's beautiful! Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude!
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
Top of the morning to you. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive, and many of Des Moines explore their great selection of Countryman models, including the most powerful all-wheel drive Mini ever, plus JCW convertibles in stock and ready for that summer fun. Just start your buying journey at willisauto.com. If you are listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube this morning, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comment section. That's a great community to be a part of. You can call the show at 515-517-2303. And yes, we've got social media. We've got the Facebook. We've got the Instagram. We've got the X page. We've got TikTok. We've got it all here on the Rush Radio Show, on the Rush Radio Network. Good morning, Ross Peterson. What's going on, everybody?
What's up, buddy? How's Tuesday? How was Monday, first of all? Before we sorry about that. How was yesterday? Didn't things go okay?
It was weird because for 17 months we've had this online radio station that runs 24/7, 365, and it's always us, right? As soon as we're done doing our live show, we have the replay. It was fun listening to other shows on the stream, right? I'm driving around in my car. I'm listening to Trent Condon. He's talking to Mitch Holtis. I'm listening to Sean and Lucas. They're talking to Brian Harden, David Eichholt, some others. And it was just, for day number one, I would give it a B plus, maybe a B. And hear me out. Trent was an A. And because it's not this style of show, Sean hit kind of the same problems we hit early on. When you run an internet radio station, internet is key. And there was some internet hiccups, but for the most part, after about a half hour, what we did was we commandeered the audio stream on this end, and we streamed it from the home studio, should we say. That eased up Sean's internet. And it was great for the last hour and a half. That first half hour, a bit bumpy as far as the audio stream goes, but maybe I'm being too hard on it. It was probably an A minus. You take away that first half hour where they had some audio hiccups on this, and it was only on the stream, wasn't on YouTube. I thought it went well, and it was like I said. I was driving around yesterday, listening to Trent. I'm like, this is so cool, so cool. So. You know, it's onward and upward. Yesterday, I can't believe I'm going to say this, Ross. I had a positive experience at the DMV.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I like hearing this. Man, my last couple of experiences at the DMV have not been the typical, 9-hour sit and wait. So what happened? What did you have to get, first of all?
Plates. Okay. And so...
You don't get your plates sent to you?
No, I can do, well, here's what happened. I gave Abigail the Pathfinder. Okay. Well, yeah. I had to get a replacement car. So I leased one.
Wait, hold. Am I remembering correctly the part of your thing the other day about getting rid of the Pathfinder was that you have too many vehicles in the driveway?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And the process of getting one down to Abigail was a process of getting rid of one of those vehicles and freeing up some space.
But then I had to. I looked at the Fiat, which I love the Fiat, right? And I think I'm going to sell the Fiat. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to private sell that just because I love the Fiat. Then I'm looking at it going, winter's right around the corner, and the Fiat's not getting around in the snow and the ice. Not even going to come close to getting around in the snow and ice. So I just told Anjanette, I said, I'm going to go lease a car. I'm not going to buy one and then do that. But I had to get the plates. And I was in and out in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And there
Good.
was a pretty good line. And I got up to the lady at the window and I said, hey, you guys are running really, really efficient right now. And I go, I just want to thank you. And she had me done real quick. And I'm like, that was like the most positive DMV experience I've had in a long, long time. Because you could probably do a Facebook page, Tales from the DMV.
I mean, it feels like you could have, Travis. I don't know, maybe that's a different process now. They opened one up on the north side of town, like right by Ankeny for Polk County people. But then the trick for a long time here in Des Moines, it was well known, just go down to Indianola.
Oh, yeah.
In a group, and you could get down there and get in and out. Here's the problem. Word got out. And so you'd go down there. The last time I went down there, it was busy. It was busy. Like mine got mailed to me. I got my new plates for the new Rogue the other day. Slapped those bad boys on. Showed Eli how to replace the license plate.
Is Iowa a 2-plate state or a 1-plate state?
2-plate state. Front plate.
So's Nebraska, but they did ask me, they go, hey, does your car have 1 or 2 license plate brackets? Because now most cars that are being produced only have like the one. Like Abigail in Mississippi is a 1-plate state. Is Iowa going to a 1-plate state?
I have no idea.
We're switching in 2029. They said, hey, 20, and if
I have no preference on it. I really don't. I'm not that much, like we talked about, I'm not that much of a car guy.
Yeah.
There are people that really do.
Really?
There are people that are strongly passionate about not having front license plates. Because, Travis, some like really nice cars don't even have. I'm surprised yours does. When we talked about this, I remember thinking, I'm like,
you mean the Defender?
I bet the Defender doesn't even have a front plate holder. But it does.
I wish it didn't. I honest to God, I wish it didn't, because it's not really made for a plate. It's there, but the plate is just bent to shit. I mean, it is bent up because it's just kind of a place to put it. And it's like, this plate's not serving any purpose besides just getting destroyed every time it goes through a car wash. And then we try to get a little bracket to straighten it out. That thing bends. I wish it wasn't on there.
As of 2024, 28 states, including the Washington, D.C., I almost said, but I didn't. I didn't say the Washington, D.C. I just called it Washington, D.C. 28 states in Washington, D.C. mandate front license plates. Primarily concentrated in the Northeast, Midwest, and West Coast. Why?
Better use of flock cameras.
That's exactly what I was thinking. They can monitor you better. 22 states, mostly in the South, Southeast, and parts of the West, only require a rear license plate. What? Okay. No. And other people in the chat said, by the way, don't always have to go to Indianola is not the only place. Kyle said Winterset is another spot you can go. Hawknut says Lames. See, he put an L in front of Ames, and it changes. See what he did there? Put an L.
I see what you did there, but I do have a question, and I don't know how this works. Because I think it's in the same way where I'm at. Don't you have to go to a DMV to where your car is licensed county wise? So if you're in Polk County, don't you have to go to? You don't.
Now, in order maybe to get like a license plate or something for the car, but for your state issued license, no. That's what I'm specifically talking about.
Okay.
I was going down there for permits for Eli. Renew the Gold Star when we had to do that thing a couple years ago. I went down to Indianola to do mine. Some other basic things like that. My passport, I don't remember.
Your passport, you can go to the post office for the passport. You can do all the pay.
Yeah, my passport.
You go to Walgreens to get your passport photo, and then you go to the post office. Or now I think you can even just fill out the paperwork online,
and they do the photo at the post office for us too.
Yeah. Will there ever be a time when we don't need like license plates where we're just automatically scanned by a QR code by flock cameras?
I put the plate. I don't know the answer to your question. Probably. I put the plates on the car the other day, and I'm telling the kids about it. And I'm showing Audrey the sticker and showing her on the registration. Look, there's a little finger pointing right here to the corner of the plate. See this diagram on where the sticker goes? She's like, yeah. And I said, now, do you also see on the plate how it has a full design on it, but there's one little white box over here in this corner? See that? Yeah. Where do you think the sticker goes? She's like, where the finger's pointing and where the box is. Correct, Audrey. Correct. We have grown adults in this state that don't understand that.
And that's illegal, right? If you put it like on the left-hand side,
it should be a jailable offense.
Jailable?
Jailable.
You got to spend a night in the
Straight
clink.
to jail. A night. You're not going to learn your lesson in a night. I think it's a month. If I'm being lenient, it's a month, and you spend that month with a plastic straight blade so you can't hurt yourself scraping stickers off of plates where they're not placed they're not supposed to be. I'm an understanding and forgiving man. Straight to jail for a month. Sticker in the wrong place, can't understand, can't follow simple rules. I'll run a stop sign, I'll speed. Those things are totally fine. Put the damn sticker in the right place.
Of all the things that I thought would bother you, it would not have been a sticker on a license plate.
It's the sticker. It's the sticker.
Okay, question for you. Do you put sticker over sticker over sticker like reshingling a house, or do you take the previous sticker off?
I thought I went through this. I follow the rules. The rule says put the sticker over the old sticker.
Okay.
So if you're lucky, you get that nice 1/4-inch buildup of sticker. If you're really dedicated and you stick to the plan, you get this real nice, thick shellac of sticker that gets stuck in the corner there. Sticker over sticker is the way to do it. It's the only way. In fact, it's jail, straight to jail.
Now, how often do you have to get like new plates?
Now that I don't.
And what I mean by that is like here in Nebraska, right? They issue new plates every 5 years, I think it is. Wow. So they do a plate. To me, it's a total waste of time, total waste of money. If I'm going to keep a car, just let me keep my same plates. But like every 5 years, you get a brand new plate with a new design, and you're like, then we have the argument: is this a good design? Is it a bad design?
Yeah, and it's always a bad design.
It's always a bad design.
Yeah. Can't believe they'd have the audacity to put a corn stalk on Nebraska. Don't they know I live in Omaha?
Dude, I think it is. Hear me out on the conspiracy theory here. I think they try to make the design so bad that you want to buy a custom plate.
That's actually smart.
Yes. Like before, Anjanette had customized plates that represented the zoo. Had like an elephant on it, or no, it had a mountain lion on it or something like that. But she paid like an extra $35 for that.
The Henry Dorley Zoo.
Yeah, when we got the Defender, it was going to be, we couldn't transfer the plates over, and it was like a 4-week wait. And I'm the one who went and got the plates. I said, no, we'll just go with the generics. And it's just like, I miss my mountain lion plate. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. They said that we could order them.
You have artistic kids. Have one of them draw one on there.
That's what I thought too. But I think they purposely make the generic one so bad that you want to spend money to get the customized plate.
What happened to the old classic blue plate with white writing on it?
Huh? Amen, brother. Amen.
Iowa, Polk, KNJ 197. Yeah, that's a license plate. And then the spending the money to have the black one, and I do see people that I just saw somebody say, "Man, those black and white ones are clean." I think I never thought about that, Travis. I think you're right.
I love them. I love the generic black plate.
No,
now,
but you have to pay. You got
to pay for a black plate.
Well, you have to pay for the black plate with the white writing. The one that they send you, I think you're onto something. The one that they send you has like 4 colors on it. It's like a light green, this bluish color. There's like a yellow hue in there. I wouldn't call it ugly. I wouldn't call it ugly, but it doesn't fit any car. You'd have to have a car that was painted like a Sprite can. There's no car that, so maybe that's it.
Give us your money.
And then, okay, and I'm going to come across as such a dick here. Like, just let people enjoy their life, right? When at first it was like, hey, you can pay extra money, you can have an Iowa or Iowa State plate.
Hell, I've seen a Grandview plate.
Dude, you see Loris? I find out about colleges. I'm like, Dort makes a license plate? Look at that. Look at Dort.
What does it take to get a customized plate? Do you have to have like a petition? Do you have to have so much demand for said plate? Because producing a Loris plate would not be an easy thing to do.
I wonder how many universities in Iowa have their own license plate. I wonder how many Iowa license plates there are, because you can even get like Anjanette had the
Henry Dorley Zoo one.
Yeah.
Here in Nebraska, you can get like a Union Pacific one. A corporation has its own license plate.
Well, they need the money. Dude, take a guess. You're really good at this number. This is insane. I'm going to tell you before you throw a number out there. This is insane. I Googled how many Iowa license plates are there. Iowa offers blank different specialty license plate designs according to the Iowa Department of Transportation alongside standard county plates. How many do you think that number is?
I'm going to say 56.
83.
83? 83. Does it list what the 83 are?
There are 30 different options for universities and colleges. I think that we could all get together and we'd struggle to name 30 Iowa universities and colleges.
I got a question. Does it list the 30 colleges?
I'm going to see if I can find it.
If community colleges are on there, there's something wrong. Like if you can get a DMAC plate, there's something wrong.
I think you can.
I didn't know the state of Iowa had 30 colleges and universities in it.
There are 30 options for universities and college. There are 23 general designs. There are 23 just general. There's 24 different military plates. I mean, I've seen like Purple Heart and Bronze, you know what I mean? There's a few different specific ones, and then there's the individual branches, but there's 24 options honoring service members. There are 6 natural resources, 6 options featuring environmental themes. So here we go. You've got Iowa, Iowa State, UNI.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes perfect. Drake actually makes sense.
Drake is on the list. Briarcliff, Buena Vista, Central, Clark, Cornell.
Hold up. Where's Clark at? Where is Clark?
Clark is also in the Dubuque area, I believe. I believe Clark is up there with, is one of those with, yep, Dubuque. Clark is in Dubuque with Dort. Is Dort in?
No, Dort's
in Orange City.
By Orange City. It's by Orange City.
Sorry. Yeah. So you've got Clark and the University of Dubuque, Drake University, Graceland, Grandview, Grinnell, Iowa Wesleyan University.
Hold on. Iowa Wesleyan doesn't exist anymore.
It says plate remains available despite closure.
Those alums are holding on to dear life. Where's the money go? If you buy an Iowa Wesleyan plate, where does the money go?
Yeah. I've got one that's way better. Okay. He goes Loris, Luther, Morningside, Mount Mercy, Northwestern, which is in Orange City, Simpson, St. Ambrose, University of Dubuque in Dubuque, Upper Iowa University, Wartburg College, and the 30th, and one that I've saved for the grand finale here. You can apparently pay extra money to get a specialty plate for the Palmer College of Chiropractic.
Where's the Palmer College of Chiropractic?
Glad you asked. It's in Davenport. It's in Davenport. The Palmer family is the one that for a long time owned WHO Radio.
Oh, Palmer Broadcasting.
The guy called himself Colonel B.J. Palmer. He dressed up in, swear to God, he dressed up in a military uniform and was never in the military.
And he called himself Colonel.
And made other people call him Colonel. He was known as Colonel B.J. Palmer. I don't know what he was a colonel of, but he wore a uniform. Like all the pictures at the radio station were always like, Colonel B.J. Palmer. Like, what's the uniform? What are we doing?
You know what university was left off of there?
A lot of them. We had a lot of them that weren't on there.
Like Des Moines University's not on it. I mean,
DMU was.
DMU was? Okay, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah. But Waldorf. Moose just said no Waldorf. Central was on there, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Central wouldn't leave money on the table. You kidding me?
Does it go through the other specialized plates?
I can ask you what do you want? You want to know about the 23 general designs?
Yeah, 23 general designs.
Here's the other thing. As I was putting it together, as I was slapping the sticker on for the kids, I was explaining to them that you have to pay the state every year, or you don't get to drive the car that you own. Like what? Like yep. Every year I have to pay money to put these stickers on the license plates, and if I don't put these stickers on the license plates, the cops can pull me over and they can make sure that I don't drive anymore until I pay to have this sticker on the license plate. Like, Jesus, how much does the sticker cost? I said, well, for the Jeep and the truck, it's $50. They're like, oh, that's not that bad. I said, for this one car, it's $450. I'm like, what? Yeah. It's 9 times more expensive for me to drive this one car than to drive those 2 cars. I have to pay the state $50 to put a sticker on the back of those 2 vehicles that I own. Otherwise, I can't drive them. The state doesn't let me drive them on the road. And then I have to pay $450 to have this sticker on this license plate that allows me to drive this car that I own on the road. They're like, what? I go, yeah.
By the way, in Iowa, $25 of the $50 fee for public university collegiate license plates goes directly to the specific university's student scholarship fund. The remaining portion of the standard rate fees covers manufacturing, processing, and the state's roads and transportation funds. So your university is getting half of what that is.
So you can do your blackout color, a wildly popular solid black background with white lettering. Again, I think you're probably right. That's more of just purely aesthetic.
Goes better with the car.
Right? It looks better with the car. The Flying Our Colors, a patriotism-themed design featuring the red, white, and blue colors of the Iowa state flag. I do think we have a great state flag.
I would agree with you on that.
Did you know that there's a state flag with a titty?
With a titty?
I mean, like a naked boob staring at you. Did you know this?
No. Is it like a statue?
State flag with a boob. It's Virginia. The flag and seal of Virginia. It's the only state flag to feature nudity. I think more of them could. But yeah, it's this gal standing there with her leg up. She's conquered some guy. She's killed him. She's standing on top, and she's got a foot up on his chest. And in the battle of a process, a titty is popped. In the process of the battle, while slaying said dead man, he apparently tried to grab a. He was going for a nip on the way out.
By the way, the battle of closed universities is starting. Westmar 1982 says, "Where's my dang Westmar plate? Guess we went bankrupt too early."
Yeah, there you go.
Westmar was in Western Iowa, I believe, too.
Westmar was an actual university. I didn't know this.
Yeah, then it turned to Takeo Westmar. I don't know which year they closed down.
See, I don't think the persons with disabilities plate should be considered a specialty plate. You have to pay. You don't have to pay for that one, do you? You like get that.
And is that politically correct? Do you call a disabilities plate special?
Very good point. The emergency medical services, braggers. Firefighters. You see the firefighter plate a lot.
Yeah.
There's an agricultural industry. You can get cattleman care plates, pork producer, corn growers, or support the Soybean Association. You can also have Ducks Unlimited, Pheasants Forever, and Trout Unlimited.
You know who needs a plate? And I think we can make a good argument for this. We're going to be live at JR South Fork Ranch on the first Friday of the Iowa State Fair. I think Bacon Fest or Brooks Reynolds needs his own bacon plate. If you put bacon on a plate in some way, and look what Brooks Reynolds has done for the state of Iowa of promoting pork exports throughout the world. I mean, if Brooks didn't have, the past that he has, he could run for governor and probably win. Hell, he could probably still run for governor and win. But then you'd have to scratch the surface of Brooks, and you don't know what you'd find. But a JR South Fork Ranch plate would be something that I would be very much interested in getting.
Could you imagine the campaign ads against Brooks? The pictures showing him in Tokyo at 2 a.m.
Here's Brooks Reynolds. If you think Zach Lane is out of state, Brooks Reynolds is out of country. Riding go-karts in Iceland. You don't want a governor that's out of state. You don't want a governor that's out of the country.
Commercial of him catching lobster in Maine.
Here's Brooks Reynolds dressed up as Mario Brothers going through a go-kart thing. Is this who you want for governor? We love you, Brooks.
That would be fantastic. To put together a montage. Brooks Reynolds. He claims he's from Iowa. But his travelogue and passport
tells a different story. Did you know Iceland? He spends 4 weeks out of the year in another country? How can he govern like that?
I love it. All right, Trav, you can get. I wish you wouldn't have had me pull on this rabbit hole. Did you know you can get an antique vehicle license plate?
Yeah, I did know that. But I think the stipulation with an antique vehicle is you can only drive that vehicle so many miles per year because it's like registered as an antique. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me, but I thought like antique and classic cars had a restriction on the number of miles. That can't be like an everyday car. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was always my understanding. And Lord knows I've been wrong before.
All right, there's one here that amateur radio, and that's not the one that doesn't fit. I'll say the best
like
one
ham radio guys.
Amateur radio, specifically for licensed ham radio operators. So I'm wondering if you can, like my buddy Steve Locker at WHO, he was a ham radio operator, and his license plate was his ham handle. Why? Y0YZR. Y0YZR was his ham radio handle, and that was his license plate. And then Cheryl Paneer, her license plate was Ray, R-A-Y, space D, space O.
Radio. You
can get a Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, I got that. You never go full retard. Civil Air Patrol. You can get an education plate, a God Bless America plate, a Gold Star family. See, again, they don't have to pay for that, do they? Honoring families who lost a loved one in military service.
You've got to pay for everything.
You've got to pay for everything. The Bronze Star plates and the Purple Heart plates, those guys had to pay for those?
Absolutely.
Gosh.
And probably had to prove you're a Purple Heart winner.
You can get a Love Our Kids, love your own kids. You can get an organ donor awareness. You can get a share the road. That's promoting bicycle safety. I've seen a lot of those. It's got the biker on it.
Yeah.
I don't mean to have this face. Sorry.
Does Ragbri have a plate?
I share the road.
Oh.
Promoting bicycle safety. The last one, Travis. Travis, you can buy a decal plate. And you wonder, wait a minute. What? If you're asking yourself something I did, what's a decal plate? This is Travis. A specialized blank template where state-approved organization stickers can be legally affixed. So if you have a state-approved organization and you bought a sticker, you can buy a decal plate, which kind of like where the sticker goes in the corner. They just leave an empty blank spot on the plate.
So we could get the Rush Radio Network state-approved and have a Rush Radio Network decal put on said license plate. That's what I'm talking about. There would only be 4 of us or 6 of us or whatever.
Mick would have one, I bet.
But yeah,
Mick would drive around with one. The Jeep
Absolutely.
would be rolling. I didn't think of that. The decal plate. Just slap whatever you want on there.
Hawkeye helmet, Cyclone helmet, Bulldog helmet. Those got to be state approved. Damn.
Specialized blank template where state-approved organization stickers can be affixed. There you go. Callan, thank you so much. I appreciate this. She says, I've learned so much about things I didn't want to learn about this morning. 6 a.m. on the Rush.
Never. It's funny. The first thing on the show sheet this morning said, hey, Ross, kind of light today. If you got any rabbit holes, let's find them. Oh, we found it. We found it better than I thought we would.
I've got one. I've got a sports-related conspiracy theory that I just saw yesterday that is ridiculous.
Okay, save it.
I'll drop it on you real quick. The Mariners bullpen does not think Babe Ruth actually existed.
Hold on. That's a tease for the next segment. Coming up in about an hour, Chuck Long is going to be joining us from the Iowa Sports Foundation. Of course, Chuck, former Iowa Hawkeye quarterback. I got something I want to talk about, and we'll talk about it probably to start the 7 o'clock hour. And that's, could professional football be coming to Des Moines? And I'm making this up, but I spent a lot of time last night thinking about the possibility of pro football coming to Des Moines. I think I've got a pretty good theory on how it could happen. And Chuck can back us up or tell us we're full of crap on this because he's been part of the UFL. And yes, I'm talking the UFL. But first, do you need an electrician you can trust? Mr. Electric of Central Iowa has you covered with expert electrical repairs, lighting installs, EV charger setup, and more. All done right the first time. Head to MrElectricIowa.com to schedule your service now. Make sure to tell them you heard about him on the Rush radio show powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings is on now, and the deals are turning up the heat. You'll find a huge selection of new, used, and Car Bravo certified vehicles, all ready for your next road trip, daily drive, or whatever summer throws your way. Right now, you can take advantage of 0% for 5 years on the dependable Silverado and 0% for 36 months on the versatile Equinox and the affordable Trax. It's the perfect time to get into the Chevy you've been eyeing. Don't wait. Shop Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings here in Granger or online at willischevy.com.
Another day in paradise.
You said it, buddy. Wait, hush up, it's him.
With over 20 years of experience, Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions can help.
I don't like the sound of that.
Whether it's birds in your dryer vent, ants in your kitchen, or bats in your attic.
Did you just say bats?
Call us today and see how bats and bugs can help prevent your home from becoming their home.
Not good. Not good.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm out of here.
Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions. Even the pests know.
So I think what's unique about Urology Center of Iowa is that we are a truly independent, single specialty clinic.
We have a mantra that the patient comes first, the group comes second, and we as individual surgeons come last.
When I meet with a patient for the first time, I want them to feel heard. I never want them to feel like I'm in a rush.
Just watching the change that you can make in a patient's life, it's everything.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
I like to buy America from hometowns near and far. I'm pursuing happiness, doesn't matter who you are. That's the real thing.
Loving the Rush? Of course you are. Keep listening for more local sports content on The Lunch Rush with Trent Condon from 11 to 1 and Beyond the Bench with Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain from 3 to 5 every day. It's all here on the Rush Radio Network.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bobby here at Willis Volvo Cars, and I'm here to tell you that if you haven't looked at a Volvo in a while, you're in for something amazing. We have cars with 455 horsepower, Bowers & Wilkins audio system, 22-inch wheels, and a ride that would blow your mind. And with 1.99% financing up to 72 months, we'll be able to find the vehicle that you are looking for in your budget. Or call, click, or visit us at willisvolvocars.com. Stop on down to the showroom, take a ride. You'll be glad you did.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, returns now with fresh sports takes and at least one unnecessary rant.
We keep telling you that the first impression somebody has when they walk in your home is your floors. We'll make your floors the envy of every guest. Iowa Floor Covering in Bondurant offers top brands, expert advice, and installation for homes and businesses. Learn more at iowafloorcovering.com. Make sure to tell them you heard about us on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Coming up in a little less than an hour, Chuck Long will be joining us. Good to be catching up with Chuck. But Ross, you teased me a little bit.
Yeah,
you said the Mariners bullpen,
dude. This came yesterday from Pete Crow Armstrong from the Cubs.
Okay, what's worse, believing the Earth is flat, as some sports figures do? Or not believing that Babe Ruth actually existed.
Listen, if you want to start scratching on some of these conspiracy theory rabbit holes, okay? There are some legitimate things in history that make you go, wait a minute, what? Like, for instance, Travis, there's a really good conspiracy theory that Shakespeare was not a real guy. That Shakespeare was actually a conglomeration of a lot of different writers, kind of like artists. How if you go see a museum, if you go see a bunch of art by Picasso or an art by Rembrandt, not all of those brushstrokes were done by Rembrandt.
I would say same with Michelangelo and
all
same
those
with
great artists. You've been told one thing, and then when you start to scratch on the surface, and you're like, well, no, he really had a studio of artists that he trained to paint like him, and so a lot of these artists came from his studio. A lot of these art pieces came from his studio. So Rembrandt didn't actually paint that. Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, let's use modern art like a Cholula. You know what a Cholula is? It's that glass form. Like, he's not making all that glass. It's his vision. He draws it up and says, hey,
teaches
Mr.
and
Intern.
teaches people how to do it. Yeah, teaches an intern how to do it.
Yeah.
And the intern does it. And yeah, it's wild. So there are legitimate things out there of like, man, is this real? Was Napoleon a real person? Well, Pete Crow Armstrong was on a podcast yesterday, and he said that he has heard through the grapevine. They asked him, what's one conspiracy theory you actually believe in, but I can't remember how it was phrased. What's one conspiracy theory that you believe in, but are afraid to say or something? He goes, this is going to seem like it's crazy, but I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm not sure Babe Ruth existed.
We have video of Babe Ruth.
Well, these guys claim only one. The whole Mariners bullpen believes Babe Ruth didn't exist. The comment, there were two good comments. One is, I kind of want all Major League Baseball players to believe this and make the owners agree to it in the next CBA.
This is what happens when you have 162 games and you sit out in the outfield and talk about absolutely nothing.
It's exactly what the guy from the Mariners said. He's like, listen, this is what happens in the bullpen. You sit around, you talk about some weird stuff, man. I'm sorry. You got to. They claim there's only one video of Babe Ruth, which is not true. They also are ignoring the fact that there were hundreds of eyewitnesses that wrote down what they saw. There's a lot of legal stuff in Seattle. Tyler says shrooms are legal in Seattle. FYI. FYI. Yeah, Babe Ruth didn't exist because how could a guy, and Pete Crow Armstrong takes it a little bit more of a logical step. Pete Crow Armstrong's thought on it is these stats aren't real. He basically had dudes throwing underhand to him so he could launch balls. They also say, the Seattle guys say, when we were in Boston, we went to the seat where Ted Williams hit his 500-foot home run. There's no way. We're all Major League Baseball players. We're standing at that seat. We're all saying, no freaking way. David Ortiz couldn't hit a ball that far with a metal bat. Now, to me, questioning those things, did Babe Ruth really hit 61 home runs? Did Ted Williams really hit a 500-foot home run? Those are a little bit more logical than that guy didn't even exist. What are you talking about? No guy actually came. Shohei Ohtani's the first one that's ever done this. That's a part of the logic is like this. His stats are too stupid. He couldn't have been a real guy. They had to have made him up to make.
I get the Ted Williams 500-foot home run, but isn't there video of Ted Williams' 500-foot home run where the ball landed?
I don't know about that. Again, lots of eyewitnesses. Babe Ruth. Did he exist? Here's how we're going to find out. ESPN Jeopardy is getting ready to launch, Travis.
Oh, my God. That actually sounds kind of interesting, though, doesn't it?
Premieres on Friday with Joe Buck, the award-winning voice of Monday Night Football, hosting the festivities.
Oh, I hate it already. Sorry. I only did that because I know, and I don't mind, for the record, I don't mind Joe Buck at all, right?
But it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
It's fun.
Going back to Brockmeyer when he just, in the battle with him and
That's
Joe
funny
Buck.
too.
And by the way, I like Tim McCarver. I thought Tim McCarver was excellent. Baseball.
I hate Tim McCarver.
And that's fine. You like it. Announcers are like art. You either like them or you don't.
You're a class act, Deion Sanders. Sports commentators and celebrity sports fans will step onto the Alex Trebek stage at Sony's Picture Studios in Culver City, California, to test their sports knowledge in a tournament-style competition for the title of ESPN Jeopardy champion and $500,000 to the charity of their choice. Going to start on Friday on Disney+, Hulu, and ESPN. Here are your participants. When I first read this, I was thinking that these people were on a team together. Now I'm understanding the different days. So like, I'll name the names I know. Jeremy Schaap is going to be there. Don't know any of those people. John Hamm, Keegan Michael Key, Hannah Storm, Manti Te'o.
No.
Quarterfinal 5, Kyle Brandt, Jamie Erdahl, and Manti Te'o. And then
this Notre Dame linebacker was catfished.
That would have been who is me? Who is I?
That would be funny if there was a catfishing question. That would be hilarious.
Who is I or who is me? Who is Manti? I don't know. Kevin Ngandi, Dominique Foxworth, and Madeline Burke are your last day. So anyway, there you go. Do you remember Stump the Schwab?
Yeah. The Schwabby.
That guy was crazy.
Yeah, but I just looked at it as like, the old game shows where they fed him the answers. Like he knew when to miss, knew when to get it right.
You just ruined it.
I have no proof in that, but I'm like, come on.
You just ruined it.
You can't be that kind of an...
They totally quiz showed me all those years, didn't they?
I think so. I really do believe so.
Didn't even think of that. Because I was a child. Because I was naive. And they played on that naivete.
And you were like, I want to be that guy. I want to be that sports
Schwab. And the whole time they were just earpiecing him. Or the 1947 Dodgers.
As Jamie Pollard gets ready to exit stage left at Iowa State, and we do expect to have a new athletic director named at Iowa State in the fall, Jamie has said as much. They announced yesterday in Ames, and I'll give Iowa State fans kudos because I think they understand the situation that Iowa State is up against, Ross, but a record-breaking fundraising year for Iowa State athletics. They hauled in $52.7 million in donations. That beats the previous record of just over $41 million in 2020. So in that COVID year, when shit was hitting the fan and they're like, we need your money or this is going to get bad, they stepped up. Now, I wonder if the 52.7 has a lot to do with the we will going into the athletic department being assumed by the athlete.
Okay.
I would make that assumption.
That makes it that would account for a big jump like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How much did they spend?
That hasn't come out yet, and there's some more financials coming out about Iowa State and the reserve fund later on. 7,914 fans made 26,707 gifts to the Iowa State Athletics Department last year, including 48 gifts of $100,000 or more.
Wow.
And it's your choice to give, but I think that shows, hey, we want to be successful. We want to be, and I think of Brad Heinrichs. And hear me out. I'm paying Iowa State fans a major compliment here. And I don't know. I don't have Iowa's numbers on how much they've raised. But remember when Brad would be like, if we could just get 300 people to give $100 a month, that would be.
Dude, Bloom was convincing people to buy frozen pizzas.
Yes. Beer.
Vodka,
anything.
Give us some dollars. Give us a few dollars. It'll help. It'll help, and it'll add up. $52.7 million in donations?
In donations.
Man,
again, a record year.
It all seems so incredibly unsustainable to me.
Yeah, because you know what you need next year? $55 million.
Right. More.
And the next year, you're going to need $60 million.
More. 48 people gave a $100,000 donation or more. Or more.
The Cyclone Club generated $21.1 million of that $52 million. That also broke a previous record of $19.7 million set in 2025.
Help me out. What's the Cyclone Club is like the I Club?
Yeah,
it's a fundraising.
I think that's where your seat license and all that stuff goes, and you can give above and beyond that. You got to become, a certain tier, a Cyclone Club member. But if you average it all out, I think the 7,914 fans, you take the 52 million, it's right around $7,000 per donor.
When did private donations take over?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's been a long, long time. Meaning, once it became evident that athletic departments of a certain stature, like Iowa State and Iowa, could not be a financial drain on the university itself, they said, let us go raise our money. So if we wanted a new facility, we had to go ask for the money. Now, the money's being redistributed. Is that right? There's redistribution of money.
Yeah.
Meaning, instead of facilities, it'll still go there, but now you're talking NIL. It's going to go to players. It's going to go, hell, coaches. If you look at most coaches at state universities, they have a state salary, but everything else is from media money, shoe money, private donations. So I think private donations have been around for a long, long time. I just think the pressures, because the university cannot support an entity that big within its own structure, said, hey, you guys just go raise your own money.
The 1870s.
1870s? Let me guess, Yale or Harvard?
Nailed it. Early campus teams were run by students who funded travel and equipment through personal dues and small local gifts. And in 1874, wealthy benefactors and local associations began donating trophies and organizing early track and regatta events. By the mid-20th century, there were booster clubs. By the 1980s and 1990s, there were major endowments. Philanthropic giving shifted to large-scale endowments, such as Yale's first major coaching endowment. Yale. First endowed coach?
Yale.
1989. Leading to a persistent surge in private athletic donations through the 90s. And it fixed it. Look, we started putting private money into it, and the private money fixed all of it. Look at how much cleaner. Look at how much more pure college sports is today.
Do you see how Ross is oozing of sarcasm, folks? I hope you hear the sarcastic tone in his voice. And if you think about it, Ross, 1989 is probably when the major shift of money becoming a major factor in college sports took over. Now, don't get me wrong. You had the death penalty. You had that stuff taking place. But at that point, money, because you can start tracking it really the early 90s, where it was still half pure, but you knew there was money. And then once the TV thing, we don't have to be on just one network. There's a lot of networks out there. We can charge an arm and a leg because people want this. Money just started taking over.
And then that's when why, when you said Kirk Ferentz is still he gets a state salary. That's laughable.
What is it, like $220,000 or something like that? And then the rest of it is funded.
Is it really? Is that?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
515-517-2303. Let's go to Bus. Bus, welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. What's going on?
Hey, morning, boys. I'm standing out in the rain with my dog with an umbrella up in Webster City. But I wanted to call real quick, and not to push another media mogul's programming, but Chris Williams did a pod this morning that posted this morning with Scott Docterman, where they talked about one of the topics was university fundraising. And something that Doc shared that I didn't know is that behind the scenes, quietly, Iowa is kind of pushing for state support of the athletics program, much like Jamie Pollard has pushed more publicly. And Doc made the comment that he's got Iowa as one of 5 public universities in the Big Ten that does not receive athletic support from state tax rolls, and at least had the discussion with Chris Williams that it puts Iowa at a disadvantage, and I was quietly behind the scenes on board with what Iowa State's requesting as well. Just a subject for discussion. I got to get off because of the rain. I got to get out of a thunderstorm here, but appreciate the show, fellas, and congratulations on the expansion.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Bud.
it. Good to hear
Appreciate
your
it,
voice.
Bud.
And by the way, I need to correct myself. According to a Google search, 0% salary is state funded.
Oh,
0%. So that is a correction.
For a long time, they did brag about being completely, kind of like Doc was just saying there. It was like a bragging point of we don't take state dollars anymore. We're completely self-sufficient. We're completely self-funded, which is complete bullshit, by the way. The entire thing was built by taxpayers. The entire thing was built by taxpayers. So this I hate this talking point, and I always push back on Lystico with this too. As soon as they started saying, "Yeah, we're completely self-sufficient," well, hold on, standing on whose shoulders? Standing on whose shoulders? The taxpayers built the whole fucking thing, and then the minute that they've got the money, they go, "Whoa, hey, this is all ours. This is all ours. This belongs to the athletic department and the coaches and the athletic directors." And we take this money and we spend this money. And when we don't have enough money, we get more money. Whose money? Whose money? It was all built by the taxpayers. And this thing of like, well, now it's ours. And aren't we proud of it? And now all of a sudden it's like, now wait a minute. All the other states, we're falling behind. We don't get enough. We don't get enough. We made $52.7 million in donations last year. That ain't enough. I need the state to give me taxpayer dollars or I can't compete in football. Never mind basketball. We're doing really good in basketball. We can't compete in football. We got 100 boys out there wearing your favorite colors and they can't go beat Ohio State if you don't give me your tax dollars. That's what's being said to you. That's what's being said. You can't afford shit. Your grocery bill's going crazy. Your insurance is insane. If you get any sort of health emergency, you're fucked. But we got to squeeze some more tax dollars so we can win a football game, guys. Is everybody on board? We're going to fight for Iowa. Come on, guys, get on board. Give us your money. More.
I'm on board. Hold on. And I think there needs to be clarification, like with SciTown. When you look at other funding mechanisms for developments, let's use the soccer stadium, and whether that's TIF financing or infrastructure, like I look at SciTown going, okay, that is an athletic thing, but I wouldn't mind seeing some sort of support because it's a development, right? I mean, developers
it's the Casey Center thing.
Yes.
Did having an arena in Des Moines make downtown Des Moines a better place? No doubt about it. It was part of a total transformation of downtown Des Moines. Can those things help? Yes. Is there a benefit to having tax dollars that go to help build those things? Yes. Have we reached a tipping point?
Probably.
When we're talking about $1 million salaries and guys getting paid millions of dollars to play 7 or 12 games of football, we've lost the way. We've lost the way, and it's totally fine, even if you're a fan, to go, wait a minute, what? We have to give more tax dollars just because other states are doing it? We're not like other states. We're not all in the same boat. What do we to win so that we can? And what's it guarantee us? Okay,
doesn't guarantee you anything.
Give Jamie Pollard and Beth Getz and whoever needs the money, give them a blank check. What's it give us? What's the return? What's guaranteed back? Football
nothing.
Football
Games.
Game.
Yeah.
Guaranteed
Nothing's guaranteed back.
Guaranteed that your laundry will be out there 12 times on Saturday. And if you keep paying your bill, you'll get your Hulu and you get ESPN Plus. And if you're really lucky and you save enough money, you might actually get a chance to go up to one of these games. But save extra money because parking's expensive, and save extra money because now we're going to charge you for $12 for a beer, which you begged so much for. And we're going to remind you, when you pay the $12, you wanted this. You asked for it. Now you have to pay it. We might be racing closer to a tipping point than I think. We might be, because it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And everybody is in this. Everybody's having these same problems right now. Everybody. Shit's getting more and more expensive all the time. And these guys standing around, I need more.
Here's a name you haven't heard the last couple of weeks, but it's good to have him back. Gary Presnall is a mortgage originator with Community Choice Credit Union in the Des Moines metro market. He can get you pre-approved in 30 minutes, and those pre-approvals are done locally, and it can be done after hours and even on the weekends. Gary is the state top mortgage originator the past 8 years, specializes in financing first-time buyer programs, conventional loans, VA loans, FHA, and Gary specializes in new construction financing. He's been financing homes the past 25 years, and you can trust him with your largest purchase you're going to make. Best way to contact Gary is to call him at 515-975-6767, or you can drop him an email, gary.presnall@comchoicecu.org. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you my dream job is no job, you know. A front row tickets to every show, you know. Hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie, you know.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles, you know. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you could change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Willis Infinity, and this month we have some exciting new offers going on. Right now you can get an all-new 2027 QX60 with rates as low as 2.9% plus $1,000 in special finance cash, or lease it with $1,000 in lease cash. Also, we're running low on 2026 QX80s. Get one now for 0% for 60 months. For more information on these exciting offers and more, visit us online at willisinfinity.com or stop by our showroom.
You love the Hawkeyes. You love hot takes. Combine them after every game this season with the Black and Gold Rush on the Rush Radio Network.
The best bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bread, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking them. Try our newly rebranded granola. Specially handmade, our amazing granola makes for a delightful treat. You can order online, purchase at local grocery retailers, or find us at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market every Saturday. We look forward to serving you.
For people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, is back because apparently Travis and Ross have even more to say.
Hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Chevrolet of Granger. In July, Chevy brings big savings. Get 0% for 5 years and no payments for 90 days on eligible 2026 Silverado models, or lease the popular Equinox for as low as $279 a month. I like that Equinox. I actually rented one when I went to Savannah back in May. Like the Equinox a lot. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on our social media channels. It's going to be a busy day here on the Rush Radio Sports Network. Coming up at 11 o'clock, you can listen and watch Trent Condon with the Lunch Rush. He goes from 11 to 1. And then from 4 to 6, Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain go Beyond the Bench, all right here on the Rush Radio Network. Coming up in about 23 minutes, Chuck Long is going to be joining us. And I got a hold of Chuck yesterday, Ross, because I wanted to ask him a question about the UFL. The UFL is the United Football League. And I was sitting around after I read the story of them taking 2 franchises and going to relocate them. They're moving out of Birmingham and they're moving out of Houston.
Okay.
And so then you start looking at the UFL, which isn't as popular now, but it is professional football. And they have the backing of the National Football League. So you have new cities are going to be looking for Birmingham and Houston. They want to expand to 10 teams by 2030, to 12 teams by like 2032, or I'm sorry, 10 teams by 2028, 12 teams by 2030, and the ultimate pie in the sky goal is 16 teams by 2035.
But they're going down to 6?
No, they're going to relocate those teams somewhere. So they're going down. They're technically at 6, but those franchises are going to be relocated. So they're going to take Birmingham and put it. Right now, they're saying it could be Austin, or Houston could go to Austin. Birmingham could go to like Boise or Salt Lake. Those are cities that are being named.
Okay.
But I started looking. Okay, if you want to be at 10 teams in 2028, 12 teams in 2030, or 16 teams by 2035, does Des Moines make a good place for professional football? Now, hear me out. Just hear me out.
Okay.
There is a centralized ownership group, so you don't need an individual owner in Des Moines to own the team. You have Fox Sports, you have a private equity firm, you got another billionaire that basically owns that and is in charge of it. They are looking for smaller footprints, meaning they don't want NFL stadiums. The average attendance last year was just over 10,000 per game. And I'm sitting there looking at Drake Stadium going, Drake Stadium seats 14,557.
14,000 at Drake? Do you mean at the new MediaCom Stadium?
No, I'm talking Drake Stadium.
Classic Drake Stadium.
14,557. So you sit there and go, okay, you have a stadium that is multi-purpose because they're looking for soccer-centric or multi-purpose stadiums. Drake is a multi-purpose stadium. And MediaCom wouldn't be big enough seating-wise, but Drake Stadium would be with that 14,000. You're looking for a football culture. Iowa has a football culture. Now, it's a college football culture, but in the end, you have a football culture. And Des Moines, don't take this the wrong way, is a AAA city. It has
nobody can be offended by that.
No, it's a AAA city. And I just started thinking, I don't think Des Moines would be in the running to relocate one of these two teams. But if you look at farther out expansion, I live in Nebraska, and I look at Omaha, and I'm like, there's no good place to play in Omaha. There's not a football stadium or even a soccer-centric stadium that could do that right now. Des Moines has the infrastructure in Drake Stadium. I believe it has a passionate football group that would support football. I don't know if it has the corporate money to. Sure, it does. I mean, there's a lot of corporate money here. Now, there's a lot. You're asking people to invest a lot. You've got the iCubs. You've got the Wild. You've got the Wolves. If Krause gets his soccer team. But I'm going to be honest with you, and this is my personal bias, I'd rather see professional football than professional soccer. But that's my bias. Is this again, I'm not saying one of these two teams that are going to be relocated now, but I'm looking at 2028, 2030, 2035. Does Des Moines fit that footprint? The season goes late March to the end of May.
You're selling me on it a lot more than when I first pulled it up, and I'm looking at it going, man, Birmingham and Houston are going to go away. The other 8 cities, or the 6 remaining cities outside of Birmingham and Houston, would be Columbus, Dallas, D.C., Louisville, Orlando, and St. Louis. Those are all top. I think almost all of those are top 25 markets when it comes to size.
But with the outside, does size matter?
I see what you're saying. Well, the size didn't help him with Birmingham and Houston.
No.
In fact, probably hurt him in Houston.
Of those teams you just mentioned, what team do you think had the highest attendance?
Maybe Columbus, Ohio?
No, St. Louis. St. Louis averaged 23,000 a game. Everybody else was down in that. Everybody else, like some were averaging like 5,000 a game, 6,000, but the average for the entire league was just like over 10,000 people. I don't think from the end of March to the end of May, getting 10,000 people a game to Drake Stadium would be that hard of a sell in trying to bring professional football to Des Moines. Again, I'm starting the rumor. There's no news out there, but I spent a lot of time last night thinking about this, going, it makes sense. You look at Catch Des Moines and what they're able to do, and look what Chris Conley and that group has done at bringing events to the Casey Center. Now, those are events, but there are annual events that take place here in Des Moines that are sporting related that Catch Des Moines that you don't even hear about. And I don't know if they play a part in it, but you go, I mean, what right now is the biggest minor league sport in Des Moines? Is it the iCubs? Is it the Wolves? Is it the
Wild? Are pretty popular. You go down to Wild games are. I mean, I wouldn't say they're filling up the Casey Center. That'd be a great question for Connolly to tell us what I think, Travis. It is. My gut right now says it goes Wild, Cubs, Wolves. In that order, as far as like the average attendance at a game that I've been at.
Look what you just totally ignored. Barnstormers.
They're not even on the dude. I'm sorry, they're so far off the radar. And I'm not. That was not a knock on at the Barnstormers. I loved hanging out with the Barnstormers and doing stuff with them. Travis, I haven't heard about the Barnstormers in years, and I'm not. Years. I can't tell you where they are when the season is. I can't tell you how they've done. I can't tell you the coach's name. I can't tell you. Is Dave Mogeson still the coach?
I have no idea.
Dude, this is what I'm talking. Like, The Barnstormers have gone into darn near irrelevance in my world.
But when the Barnstormers were at its peak, it's when they were in the Elite Arena Football League, right? When they were at that top tier, and I know the UFL is in top tier, but when you have the NFL backing, and the NFL backs or supports and is not trying to dismantle the UFL, there's a partnership there, and it's higher grade. I go, okay, well, you're in that top tier of minor league. That changes to what there's so many indoor football leagues right now, and I think that confused a lot of things.
Yeah, big time.
And who is the coach we love?
Dixie Wooten.
Dixie Wooten.
Dixie.
You had a coach that was out there promoting the product, was personable, made you want to support Dixie. But I'm sitting there going, okay, and you didn't even put the Menace on that list.
I would put Menace well above the Barnstormers.
I would too. Don't disagree with you. And when I say NFL backing, I don't mean financially. The league is not opposed. Like when the USFL came out and said it was going to be an alternative to the NFL and they were taking Herschel Walker,
okay.
I don't mean financially. I'm meaning they're not going to try to crush this league. Like I think they even tried to do it with the XFL because the XFL was like a football alternative. Well, you never went and got players. The USFL, when it first launched, I mean, they got Jim Kelly. They got Herschel Walker. They got Reggie White. I mean, they went full live, right? They went and got players. What I mean by backing is the NFL says, okay, we're going to look at your players as, hey, how good of a season they have. They might make a roster in the NFL because everybody's goal is to get to the National Football League. You need that support. And I'm just sitting there going, we got to stop thinking. And I'm looking at the cities like Houston and Birmingham.
Houston's too big.
You have the Texans. You don't need more football. Birmingham's problem is they were playing at Legion Field. That thing seats 60,000 people.
I was going to say 40 and seats 60. Dallas plays in Frisco. DC, Houston, Orlando. None of those seem like they'd be good cities for it. Yeah, Travis, I think, sure. What would we call our team?
I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead.
Do you like it when you go like super regionalized, like you've got over there, you've got the Omaha Royals are now the what?
Storm Chasers.
It makes sense. Right? The Cedar Rapids Colonels. It's a corn cob. When Iowa first got a hockey team, do you remember the Iowa Chops?
Yes, loved it.
That was great.
Loved it.
I thought that was such a great name.
By the way, somebody asked earlier, would the Cubs and Wolves and Wild be viable without parent ownership? No, they wouldn't be. Maybe the Cubs, but it would be completely different. But you're not asking for individual ownership here. This is owned by Fox Sports, The Rock, a billionaire, and a private equity firm. They're not asking for individual franchise owners. So you have that support. What you need is corporate dollars to support from an advertising standpoint. You need people to go to the games to buy concessions. But I would say Des Moines is unique in that they don't have to build new infrastructure to attract a team. Brian Harden can go, you can use our stadium. I actually texted Brian. He never got back to me yesterday. But I said, hey, would this be a possibility? The only conflict, because you go March through May, you'd have the relays in there. You'd have the girls' state and boys' state track meet. So there would be some conflicts, obviously. But you can work around that.
Those are pretty big conflicts.
Yeah, but I mean, the Wild work around wrestling and basketball.
But I just think that'd be complicated to maneuver those weeks.
Yeah,
in a season like that might be tough. Interesting, Travis. I like the idea. I like the thought.
And that's why I've invited Chuck Long to come on, because Chuck has coached in the UFL. He has a better understanding of these cities, the way that financial model works. And if he thinks Des Moines could make it work? Or does it need to be in a top 50 city? You know, you hear people go Boise. Well,
Boise's big town.
And Boise's growing. It's growing. Salt Lake.
It's huge.
And Salt Lake's never going to get an NFL team, but they could probably support a UFL team. My whole thing is you have to find a place where people are football crazy, want to have something of their own. And to me, Des Moines fits that. But that's my personal opinion. I think it makes sense.
Ty says son did a project where they created an NFL team in Des Moines. He named them the Raccoons.
Now you've piqued my interest.
Don't think you'd get away with that.
Are there any colleges that have a nickname the Raccoons? You know, you got Pitt State, which is the Gorillas. You've got Upper Iowa, which is the Peacocks. Are there any colleges or any sports teams that are called the Raccoons? The Trash Pandas.
Wisconsin. Oconomowoc High School and Wisconsin's athletic teams are officially nicknamed the Raccoons. The St. Paul Saints, a minor league baseball team, temporarily were able to speak, rebranded as the St. Paul Raccoons for a special promotion. And then there are the Rocket City Trash Pandas, a AA minor league baseball team.
Hold on. Are they really called the Trash Pandas?
They are the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Their mascot's name is Sprocket. A slang term for a raccoon? Trash Panda. Oconomowoc High School, the Raccoons. That's a good one. Located in Wisconsin. There you go. One.
I would say, like anything, you can bring these sports to a city, but it's not about the sport. You've got to find a way to make it entertaining. You have to have fan engagement. Minor League Baseball does it right. Minor League Baseball knows how to engage fans. I think the Wild are really good at it.
Yes, they do.
I've never been to a Wolves game. Do you find the fan interaction at Wolves games?
Absolutely. It is. The basketball is basketball just lends itself, Travis, to that like almost constant entertainment. There's music playing the entire time the game is happening.
Don't.
Right, exactly.
Don't.
And so it feels like there's constantly something happening at a Wolves game. They're fun.
You didn't seem as fired up about football. Is it because it's so pie in the sky that it's like you listen to me? I thought you'd have a little more passion about it. Not to put you on the hot seat here.
I like it. I like the idea a lot. I think that it seems very pie in the sky. It seems very, man, maybe there's a part of me that just has this like, I'm realizing, Travis, that the words that are going through my head are kind of loser mentality stuff. Literally what's going through my head is this shit doesn't happen in Des Moines. Not getting a pro football team in Des Moines. Stop it. We get the Barnstormers. Know your role.
Did you think that when it came to the NCAA tournament, even when they built the Casey Center?
It takes stuff like this. It takes things for people to go, hey, Des Moines, dude, Hinterland this weekend was awesome. Meeting people from other parts of the country. They loved Iowa. They loved it. Like, this place is freaking awesome. We spent a couple of days in Des Moines. We had no idea. We've never heard anybody say anything about Des Moines. You guys have this awesome art scene. There are people biking and walking all over the place. A beautiful downtown. And you're like, yeah, that's my town. Yeah, Des Moines. That's Iowa. That's very cool. I pull up the list, Travis, and I see the names that are on that list, and I go, well, those are top 35 cities. We're a top 90 city. Literally market-wise, I think we're like 75 or something like that.
Yeah, but that's county-wide.
We fudged some numbers to get
Yes.
that high. So I don't know. I think that's part of it is I instantly go, that cute.
See,
Travis, I've also been well aware of that thing that you said. We are lucky to have the I-Cubs. We're lucky to have the Wild and the Wolves. We're lucky. And if it weren't for those affiliations, like somebody asked earlier, if it weren't for those affiliations, what would happen with those teams? They'd be the Barnstormers.
Well, and sorry, the wrong one. Chris says, that right there is the reason there will be no UFL. The Barnstormers' attendance is terrible. Doesn't help. They suck. Well, hold on, Chris. We were just talking about this. You may have dropped in. The Barnstormers used to put 14,000 or whatever it was in vets and used to have decent attendance at Casey Center. That's when they were at the top, that arena football league. And when the league, when there wasn't 40,000 offshoots of indoor football and deciding what league you wanted to be a part of.
We played in a thing called Arena 2.
Yeah. And now it's like the League of Indoor Football. I don't even know what league they're in. And you drop down to that, well, we're only going to pay our players $250 a game or whatever it is. You're not helping yourself there. This is a different structure. And I agree, it's a long shot. But I just look at Drake Stadium. I look at Des Moines. I look at, you don't have to be an Iowa State fan or an Iowa. You can be a football fan. But the key is you got to win, and you have to have a great fan experience. You can't suck.
I do have this. When you were kind of going through it, there was this quick thing that ran through my head about, like, man, imagine a UFL team with Rocco Becht as the starting quarterback and
a guy who is good enough that's trying to get to the National Football League.
A spattering of Iowa and Iowa State players on that team. Because it'd be some of the best. It would be the guys that just didn't make. Think of Hakeem Butler. Think of Hakeem Butler playing in Des Moines.
And he played in the UFL, didn't he?
Yeah, he was like was the MVP, I think.
Yeah. Well, we're going to continue the conversation and more because Chuck Long is scheduled to join us at 7:30. And he's been coaching in the UFL, and we'll ask him about just this very thing. And we can ask him about, the Iowa games and, of course, Iowa football. But don't forget, the weekly woohoo from the Iowa Lottery is every Friday here on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. You can win a prize pack from the Iowa Lottery valued at $90 for now because, sometimes those prize packs even cash in more money for you. So start thinking about who your woohoo will be this week. Go to IALottery.com and make sure to become an Iowa Lottery VIP Club member. It's free at IALottery.com/VIP. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you my dream job is no job, Front row tickets to every show, hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie,
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles, With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings is on now, and the deals are turning up the heat. You'll find a huge selection of new, used, and Car Bravo certified vehicles, all ready for your next road trip, daily drive, or whatever summer throws your way. Right now, you can take advantage of 0% for 5 years on the dependable Silverado and 0% for 36 months on the versatile Equinox and the affordable Trax. It's the perfect time to get into the Chevy you've been eyeing. Don't wait. Shop Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings here in Granger or online at willischevy.com.
So I think what's unique about Urology Center of Iowa is that we are a truly independent, single specialty clinic.
We have a mantra that the patient comes first, the group comes second, and we as individual surgeons come last.
When I meet with a patient for the first time, I want them to feel heard. I never want them to feel like I'm in a rush.
Just watching the change that you can make in a patient's life, it's everything.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
I like to buy America from hometowns near and far.
Loving the Rush? Of course you are. Keep listening for more local sports content on The Lunch Rush with Trent Condon from 11 to 1 and Beyond the Bench with Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain from 3 to 5 every day. It's all here on the Rush Radio Network.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. Whoop. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bobby here at Willis Volvo Cars, and I'm here to tell you that if you haven't looked at a Volvo in a while, you're in for something amazing. We have cars with 455 horsepower, Bowers & Wilkins audio system, 22-inch wheels, and a ride that would blow your mind. And with 1.99% financing up to 72 months, we'll be able to find the vehicle that you're looking for in your budget. Or call, click, or visit us at willisvolvocars.com. Stop on down to the showroom, take a ride. You'll be glad you did.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, returns now with fresh sports takes and at least one unnecessary rant.
All right, if you're not feeling right, don't ignore it. Treat it, but treat it your way. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center designed to restore your confidence and your comfort and put you back in control. Because at UCI, you will get a personalized treatment based on you and nobody else. You deserve a clear plan, a private, tailored experience, and judgment-free care. That's UCI. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at IowaURO.com. I don't know if Chuck Long was listening to us before we went on, before he's jumping on with us. And he may think I'm absolutely crazy, but Chuck, we were talking about the UFL. You spent some good time. First of all, welcome.
How you doing, Chuck? How you been, man? Long time.
Doing great, Travis. Ross, how you guys doing?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Yeah. Doing wonderful. I saw you at an event a while back, and I tried to get over and come over to come say hi to you because you've always been very, very gracious with your time, and I didn't get a chance to sneak through the crowd over, so I felt bad about that because I always love getting a chance to see how you're doing.
I had to set my alarm this morning. I usually don't, but I had to set it this morning, guys.
Sorry.
He hated that text I sent.
No, we're good. We're good. Anytime for you guys. Anytime for you guys.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. We spent the last half hour talking about the UFL, and they're moving out of Birmingham. They're moving out of Houston. And last night I just had this, and even yesterday I'm like, would Des Moines be a good fit? And I thought you would know more than anybody because you spent a good amount of time coaching in that league. Is it a pie in the sky dream, or is Des Moines? I said, look at Drake Stadium. The infrastructure's there. Could Des Moines support a UFL team?
I don't think so, only because of the weather. The reason why
I didn't even think of that.
It's spring. Spring in Iowa could be really iffy. As you guys know, the season starts in March.
Yeah.
And goes March and April. Basically March, April, May. Although we did have a good spring, I thought this last spring.
Right. But that's a good point. You'd be rolling the dice on the weather at that time.
I mean, you wouldn't get a crowd. If it's a bad rainy day or cold day, you wouldn't get anybody there. That's the only thing about it.
Chuck, nobody's going to the games now.
Yeah, I know.
Travis,
that's my point. No one's going to games now in football crazy South, and when the weather's good. And that's why they moved out of Houston. Birmingham was really a surprise. I mean, Birmingham, there's no pro sports there. We thought that Birmingham would really take off. It just has not. So who knows how it all works. But Houston's not a surprise. You know, you have a lot of competition there with other pro sports, as you guys know. But I think the Des Moines, I think people would like to have it, but I don't know if people would show up, especially with the weather. That'd be tough.
Was St. Louis playing in a dome?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
yeah, they're in the dome.
That makes a big difference there. I didn't even think of the location of those cities as we were looking at them. Chuck, that most of those are, with the exception of St. Louis and Columbus, is kind of on that same verge, but same weather pattern, but different community.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
And Columbus, I think, is indoors. I'm not sure though.
They are. Wow.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure, but because I was not in this. I was not in it this past spring.
I knew that.
So moving forward, they're just going to look for new cities. You know, they have to replace those cities to have 8 teams. You need to get the 8 teams,
and they want to expand. They want to. They've got eyes on expansion. And Travis, I thought you said that they were averaging 10,000.
So the St. Louis propped it up because they averaged like 23,000 a game. Birmingham and Houston were down in like the 5 range. You had some right around that 10 range. And that's where they've said, hey, they're looking for smaller footprints with multi-purpose stadiums that seat 10 to 20,000. Drake Stadium fits that. I think they're looking for a football culture. I think Iowa fits that. I didn't take weather into account, so Chuck brings up a good thing. But Chuck, they're struggling now. They want to be to 10 teams by 2028, 12 teams by 2030, and 16 teams by 2035. You've coached in the league. You've seen that. Is that possible?
I don't think so. I don't see it expanding all the way that way.
Travis, I don't know that there's a desire for it.
Yeah.
Here.
And that's
I really like it's.
You got to get these cities. I mean, you mentioned Drake Stadium, like you said, would be great. It's a great venue. Right downtown, near downtown. But again, it gets northern cities. It gets weather. There's a weather related deal there, and the expansion that they want to do. I know they're going to Oklahoma City in 2 years. I mean, they're building a nice soccer stadium there, and it's going to be a nice venue. But beyond that, I don't know how they get to that many teams, but we'll see. They must have a model that they're going to follow and try to get there.
Chuck, coaching in the league, is the UFL, I'm going to be honest, I've watched a couple games, but because I don't know the names and I'm not familiar with teams, you kind of follow laundry as a fan, right? How good is the football in the UFL? And the fact that, these guys are trying to get to the NFL, and I mentioned the NFL supports the UFL, and it's not trying to end it like it did the USFL. How good is the football in the UFL?
It's good football. It really is. It's you have a lot of guys that have played in the NFL. They're either trying to get back in it, or they're just keeping the dream alive, or they don't want to go out in the real world yet. One of those deals. But you have really good football. You have a lot of guys that played in the NFL. They're still in their prime. It really is an eye opener how hard it is to make it in the NFL when you're coaching in it, because a lot of these guys are good players, and it just tells you how competitive or how hard it is to make it in the NFL. And I always said, I had a coach once told me a long time ago, there's more players than there are jobs out there in the NFL. So you do have, it's a good product. It's good. It's a good football product, in my opinion. The only thing I can back that up is we have some guys on our staff that coached in the NFL a long, long time. And they would say the same thing. They said, hey, this is good football. So they weren't, and they wouldn't, pull any punches. They wouldn't say, hey, no, we're just saying that just because the company line. But they would say it to me privately, hey, this is good football.
I thought you didn't have to look far to see a guy like Hakeem Butler that was a superstar. Like, man, how every metric you'd need to be an NFL superstar, and he just is. It shows how difficult that league is.
It's difficult in a lot of relationships. I mean, it is relationships with coaches at that level, building those up. But yeah, it's very difficult to make in the NFL. Hence why this league came about, because people know that.
Guys needed, there was talent out there. Yeah.
Russ Brandon, who's basically the GM of the league, or one of them, and he'd been in the NFL for a long time. He's with the Buffalo Bills, et cetera. So that's why they built this league, saying, hey, there's a lot of good players out there. We can put a good product on the field. And it is. I think the TV, the market, the product on the field, people are watching it. It's a matter of getting people in the stands. That's always been the challenge, is getting people in the stands.
Chuck, I'm trying to put a timeline together. I'm sorry, Ross, didn't mean to cut you off.
I was going to talk about Hawks with him. Okay.
Do that right after this, because I do have a question. Based on your timeline, the USFL was still going. They'd gotten Jim Kelly, Reggie White, Herschel Walker, Mike Rozier, who won a Heisman Trophy.
Right.
Did you consider the USFL, or was it just ending right when you were coming out? I'm trying to think.
That's a great story. Travis, that's a great question because it just folded. So my agent was trying to create some leverage from the USFL with the NFL, with the Detroit Lions. And I don't know if you guys remember, the USFL sued for the NFL being a monopoly, right? And they won the lawsuit for something like $3.
It wasn't $1.
Oh, yeah,
$1. I think Trump still has it.
Yeah, $1, and it got multiplied by 3 or something, and so it just folded right before our contract negotiations were going to happen with Detroit. So there went all the leverage. But
was that something, Chuck, that could you have seen yourself taking that Herschel Walker, Jim Kelly route? You really wanted to be in the NFL.
I really wanted to be in the NFL, but those guys probably did too. And all of a sudden,
that's true.
They got these great contracts and had to give it a shot. But I didn't have to make that decision. The decision was made for me. But we all thought the USFL was going to make it. If it stayed in the spring, it might have made it with all that star power. But anyway, I didn't have to make that decision. It was made for me.
Have you been you excited about this Hawkeye football team? Or is this a little bit too early for you to be paying attention and getting geared up? For me, it's too early. I wait until I start hearing pads cracking and
for me, it's too early too. I'm with you, Ross. I think, you know what, guys, anymore in football, hey, I still wake up in the morning going, how did Indiana win the national game?
Right.
I mean, that's mind-boggling if you think about it. And now you have every athletic director in the country telling their head coach now, if Indiana can do it, you can do it. And there's a lot of schools out there that have the resources and the NIL money and all that to be able to do it. So there's a lot of pressure on coaches. One that comes to mind is Matt Campbell at Penn State. So too much is given, much is expected. So he's one that's going to be got plenty of resources and
a schedule this year. I'm not sure if you've looked at that, Chuck. There, Penn State's schedule, it's a 10-win schedule.
It's a 10-win schedule. That AD saying you need to win it all, not just make the playoffs. But anyway, Indiana just opened it up for everybody to be able to win this thing, and so it's hard for me to predict, guys. I mean, we would have never predicted that 2 years ago, right? Indiana won it all. I mean, who knows? But as far as the Iowa season, I just can't call it. I don't. Quarterback wise, they have Hiklinski and they have Hank Brown. I'm hearing Hank Brown, but who knows in training camp what's going to happen? So who knows?
Are you welcome to go over there anytime and watch practice as a former player and being Chuck Long? Or can you go over anything? Can you call Kirk and say, "Hey, I'm coming over to watch"?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't do it anymore. I just stay out of their way, and plus. I could see a lot really after, at the first game, what they're doing, So, but I do like the Tim Lester hire. I think Tim was a good hire. He really did a nice job last year with Gronowski in that run game and that quarterback run game. And so maybe they'll keep that going a little bit. But yeah, I've known that system a long time. I really don't need to go over there and look at the system or anything like that. So
it's the same system, just different dudes, right? I also love the idea. You're like, they got two quarterbacks. I don't know which one it's going to be. None of us will, because Coach Ferentz will keep it close to the vest until a week before.
Right.
Chuck, you have a unique perspective being a former player and looking the way things are now. Do you feel cheated that you never got paid like these guys? And
Chuck laughs because you think he didn't get paid. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. well, I got free beer.
Okay. All right.
I get these big pitchers of beer in the and the bars downtown. Of course, all my linemen were with me, so they drank all the beer. I never got it.
You never got a $100 handshake?
No, never did. No.
How about this? Okay, this is a question that came up last year during the March Madness. Fulgaris hits that 3-pointer, and my buddy sends us a text, and he says he'll never have to buy a beer in Iowa City again. And I said, bullshit. I said, I guarantee you, there are very, very, very few people who can walk through Iowa City and never have to buy a beer. Chuck, when was the last time you bought a beer in Iowa City?
Well, believe it or not, I would have to go to a remote. When I go to the remote locations in Iowa,
you can't even go to the bar.
The small town bar in Iowa, I'll get a free beer there.
Okay.
But if I go like to a big time restaurant in Des Moines or a crowded restaurant in Iowa City, I won't get a free beer. They're saying, "Hey, no, you got to pay for it now, Chuck. You're good." All right.
You ran out. The tab is up.
So I have to go to these, far away remote locations to get a free beer. But Ross, I think about it now. I mean, there could have been a lot of money made with NIL, but I liked my era. I was born too early, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, I guess it's a state of mind. I think it's a state of mind, right? I mean, I think players today are aware of the money that flows through college football, and I think in your era, you're about 10 years short. I talked to Dr. Rob. He's like, it was really about 1995 when they started recognizing. I mean, as a player, did you guys think, the university's just making a ton of money off of us? Did you guys think that?
No, I actually liked the fact that the university was making money off me by selling jerseys or whatever, bobbleheads or whatever they were selling. I liked it because it was all going to scholarships, all going to the funding of scholarships and helping people or kids out in the future, come to Iowa. That's the way I looked at it. I still look at it that way. I still want them to make money off me and my name, image, and likeness. I don't want to take a dime of it. I want them to be able to, still sell my jerseys, whatever. And if it helps raise money for scholarships for kids in the future and keep sports alive, keep scholarships alive, so be it, So that's the way I always thought about it. And, you hope that student athletes today would do that to some degree. And maybe some of them are doing it. I haven't kept track, but they would use their name still to help the school raise money for the future. But as you guys know, that's not happening a lot, but you'd hope that some of these people, men and women are doing that in the future. But that's the way I looked at it.
It's a good attitude.
How'd the Iowa games go this year? Good?
How many Iowa games will I go to?
No.
How did the Iowa games go?
Yeah. Oh, the Iowa games. Yeah. Here's my shirt.
Your real job.
Yeah. 40th year.
Wow.
Yeah. We just finished our 40th year. It all went well. We with Iowa games and corporate games, we have basically an event every night in the summer, in June and July, just about every night. So our staff is pretty taxed those 2 months, and August is now vacation time for them. So they're looking forward to going on vacation. They deserve it, but it went really well. All of our venues were great. We had a great participation. Our commissioners, volunteers did a great job. Yeah, we really had a good summer.
It's a cool thing. Very cool.
Was pickleball the most popular sport now? Is pickleball the deal?
Yeah, pickleball is growing all the time. Soccer is our biggest. Soccer is huge. Track is big. Pickleball is big.
I feel like we're on I felt like pickleball had cusped and we were kind of coming down the hill here. Is there something that's growing? Is there something else that we'd be surprised to know, like, how many fencers there are in Iowa or something like that?
Well, we have fencing too.
I know that. I have a friend that does fencing.
That's pretty steady. We implemented wrestling finally a few years ago. I mean, Iowa's got to have wrestling, right? But
yeah.
Always remember.
Wait, hold on. Like old guy wrestling?
No, yeah, just no. They're kids. They're kids that wrestle.
Okay,
yeah.
It's like a youth tournament.
Yeah,
I want to see one of those. what do they call the experts? They call them the Masters Division.
Masters Division.
The Masters, yeah. You know what? The martial arts are big. They've gotten big.
Oh yeah.
I mean, people, and we have old timers in that. I mean, it's really, really pretty cool. We're trying to get girls flag football going. We haven't got it off the ground.
That's one that's been growing nationally.
Yeah, we got to get that off the ground. That's our next venture.
And if you did that, Chuck, is that something that you start that? I mean, do you open that up for girls 12 and under initially and stuff like that, and just try to grow it from that from the grassroots? Okay.
It all starts with a commissioner. You have to find a commissioner that'll volunteer and do it. That's the whole issue is finding a commissioner, and then you go from there. You know, we have commissioners obviously to run the sport. Now we schedule the sports, we get the venues for them, and you know all the prep work that goes into it. But we need commissioners to run it. So it starts there. But we like to get that off the ground. We're always looking for new opportunities. That's a one that we really like to get started.
How many competitors did you have this year, and who is the old? How old was your oldest?
I think we were 5 years old to 94 years
94.
Old.
What's the 94-year-old?
Horseshoes, usually horseshoes. But we've had a couple of track stars that, let's see, 2 years ago, we had a 93-year-old and a 94-year-old run the 100-yard dash in our track. And they weren't there this year. I think
you're using the word run loosely there, but
they were running. I mean, they were running.
They'd probably beat me. I have no problem saying it.
Probably faster than me.
Probably beat me.
I'd tear a hammy trying to do it.
Yeah. But it's usually around 5 to 95 every year. We'll have that age group. So it's a great time. It really is.
Excellent stuff. Well, Chuck, always
Thank
good
you
to catch
always,
up
buddy.
with you.
Thanks so
we
much,
appreciate
Chuck.
your time. Sorry you had to get up super early with the alarm, but
no,
we're glad you
I'm
could join
good.
us.
I'm good.
All right, Chuck. We'll see you later, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Good luck to you with the
Thank
show.
you. Chuck Long joining us on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Good stuff from Chuck.
You're always
just
doing stuff for other people, like the whole thing. Yeah, listen, I got free beer. I'd get free pitchers of beer, but my linemen were there, so they'd drink the beer. Would you want to get paid? Nobody was making a lot of money, so why would I need more money? Chuck even helped people he didn't know he helped. I got a buddy named Scott Long. Okay. Looks enough like Chuck Long. He's got blonde hair. He's not tall. He's not a Division I quarterback. Scott did go to the University of Iowa in the mid-'80s with the last name Long and blonde hair. Chuck gave things to people he didn't even know. Let's just say it played. Being blonde with the last name Long in Iowa City in the 80s had its advantages.
That's scary, too. You know that, right?
There's no 23andMe. Can't verify anything. My license plate say Long? Does my driver's license say Long?
And let me guess, your buddy Scott probably drove a really nice car and had the personalized license plate Long. That's Chuck.
He probably did. Iowa Long, IA Long is what he put on it.
Yeah.
Long 16. That's what.
Oh, how we come for we're now back on license plates.
Oh yeah,
Long.
full circle, exactly.
Full circle. Wow.
We should try to put together some sort of team for an Iowa game. We should find out, like wheelchair basketball would be a fun thing to do as a fun thing to do as a team, because you're not really, it's fun. What could we do that we could actually put together a random group of schmucks and have fun doing in the Iowa games? Is there anything like soccer? I'm not playing soccer. I'm not playing a game of soccer. I'll watch you idiots play soccer. I'm not going out there and running around for 90 minutes. Pickleball? I think I'd play pickleball. I don't think I'd be good at it, but I'd play it.
He brought up his jersey, and I thought, is the number 16 is that like the most popular jersey? Because if you were to say pick an Iowa jersey to buy, I'd buy the number 16 because of Chuck Long. The number 24, which is now Kinnick's number, is still the most popular jersey that is sold.
Boy, that's something I don't associate, Travis. Bob Sanders, number 2. Ed Hinkle, number 11. Tim Dwight, number 1. Trying to think. Brad Banks, number 7. And Hinkle was 11. Well, I can't think of very many numbers. It was Bob Sanders 33, but Dusty just wrote 33. Yeah, Sanders was 33. Who was 2? Am I thinking of?
Do names on the back of the jersey help prevent you from remembering the number? And I know Chuck had his name on the back of the jersey, but but it was 16. But he played so long.
Kittle was 46. Was Dwight Clark?
Don't know.
Jesus.
Dallas Clark?
Was Dallas Clark 44? Freddie Russell was number 2. Thank you, Captain Kirkhock. That's who I knew I had a running back. Tyler Sash, number 9. That's a good one. Cooper is 33 as well. Cooper and Bob Sanders both were 33. Dallas Clark was 44. There's not very many in my head. Chuck Long would be the one.
Man, fun show today. And Chuck, he peed on my parade when it came to the UFL because I never thought of the weather aspect of it.
He was nice about the UFL. He didn't say, this league's going away.
True. And he did say the football is really good.
And it is. I mean, again, it's one tier below the NFL. Those guys were freak athletes, man.
Don't forget Trent Condon and the Lunch Rush coming up on the Rush Radio Network from 11 o'clock until 1 o'clock. Then from 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock today, it's Beyond the Bench with Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain.
No, you tomorrow, right? You got, Pro-Am. By the way, I found out why you're golfing with 2 pros.
Yeah?
You get one for 9 holes and the other one for 9 holes.
Yes. I learned that yesterday, too.
All right. Thanks to my buddy Ryan.
So Owen will be hanging out with you tomorrow.
All right.
But we'll be back 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
Hey, Tanner with Liberty Lawn and Landscape here. We are now booking, so get a hold of us to schedule your next project today. Serving the Des Moines Metro, we specialize in a variety of services such as retaining walls, paver patios, edging and rocking, and much more. Now offering 3D renderings to show you exactly how your project will look before beginning. Liberty is proudly veteran-owned and ready to serve you today.
Start spreading the news, 'cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
The World Cup is heating up, and so are we at Willis Nissan. This July, you can score big with 0% on the rugged Frontier, the practical and fuel-efficient Murano, the full-size Pathfinder, and the compact and modern Rogue. And with up to $5,000 in available customer cash on these models, the savings are even better. So stop into our showroom or head online to willisnissan.com today.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Bask in the glory of victory Or if necessary, wallow in the sorrow of defeat. Do both after every Hawkeye game on the Black and Gold Rush on the Rush Radio Network.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Don't settle for less. Get more of what you want with new Power Water from Powerade. More electrolytes, more flavor, and zero sugar. Do it again, make it a 10. I got the power. Finally, a fitness water that gives you power for more. Powerade Power Water. It takes more.
Coming up now, Travis, Ross, and at least one opinion that will get somebody mad online.